My biggest fear is
being absolutely covered in spiders.
Clowns.
Being completely and totally alone.
Not being remembered.
Losing the people that I care about.
Heights.
Putting all the effort that I do into things and having them not work out.
Seeing my family sad.
something that I care about right now won't matter anymore.
I'm not really scared of being up high. It's just the thought of falling from a really high height and injuring myself.
I don't like the idea that I would ever be suspended in the air for any amount of time without being able to hold on to something or grab onto something or stop falling at my own will.
Fear comes in a wide variety of forms, from the rational to the irrational. It can be anything from a physical being to a concept to something unknowable. Dr. Carl Albrecht, a recognized expert on cognitive styles, separates fear into 5 distinct categories: extinction, mutilation,
My biggest fear is death.
loss of autonomy,
My biggest fear is being absolutely covered in spiders.
separation,
Being completely and totally alone.
ego death.
Not being remembered.
A lot of times, if your rationale refuses to seep in, what are you going to do? What are you going to tell that person, you know?
The first category is extinction.
Here's Johnny!
The fear of death is not limited to simply being killed, but rather ceasing to exist. The fear of heights would fall into this category, being the sense of dread one gets when they peer over the edge of a great height. The next is mutilation, the fear of losing any part of our body structure or function. Fear of animals such as spiders would stem from this category. The fear of mutilation is the most primal and is often at the core of jump scares. Next is the loss of autonomy, originating from the fear of being trapped or otherwise immobilized. The loss of autonomy, put simply, is a fear of being controlled or constricted. The fourth category is separation, being the fear of abandonment. The fear of losing one's friends, family, job, or other connection to the community, and therefore being unwanted or unvalued. The final category is ego death, which is the loss of integrity of self, being humiliated and shamed, and losing lovability.
I like being able to place my fear or anxiety on something. I like being able to assign it to something and say, this is why I'm scared of this. This is why I feel this when I do that, or whatever. So when I can't really explain something, it's freaky.
The amygdala plays a key role in processing fear. It is a bundle of neurons only about the size of an almond, just above the brainstem, and yet it serves as an alarm system of sorts within the brain. Portions of the frontal lobe of the brain then take the information and determine whether or not the threat is genuine or a false alarm.
It's like when I look down at the ground, oh my, it's like when I literally feel like, it's like almost out of body anxiety. Like I feel like I'm floating. It's like I'm already falling. Like, you know when you go on those rides where it like drops you really quickly and your stomach goes up and you can feel yourself like in midair? Like I feel like I'm already falling. Like every time I look down or like shake a little bit or move to the side or something. And it's so visceral. Like, oh my gosh. It's like, I don't even, that's the best way I can put it into words.
Extinction, to put it simply, the fear of death, being the sense of dread one gets when they peer over the edge of a great height.
Not so much being up high or hitting the ground afterward, it's just the in-between. I like it.